I was gonna wait a little bit before I make this video. So I got this Wii U for like 35 bucks. I was listed as parts or repair. And it's actually funny, I didn't get this Wii U, I got a Wii U. And I'll explain that in a minute. So, the one I got off eBay for parts or repair that was broken, basically when you turned it on, it would boot to an error message, and there's no getting past it. The guy I bought it from, or girl, I don't even know if it's a guy or a girl, had no idea what to do with it. It wasn't under warranty. First thing I did was call Nintendo. Apparently it was a manufacturer problem. Some of them had problems with the RAM. So they emailed me a sticker. I had to go down to UPS and pay $9 for a box and some packaging. And I shipped it off to Nintendo. And apparently they couldn't fix it, so they sent me this Wii U. So if we turn the power on, I don't have a gamepad still. I gotta get one this month. That's why I was gonna wait to make this video. The Wii U takes about a minute to turn on. And before it would do this, and give it a minute. Instead of this menu, you'd get an error message. So I gotta get a gamepad. I also have to get some Wiimotes so I can play some Wii games. And I did get a game. I got this in like-new condition. I'll only buy used games if they're in like-new condition. It's Bayonetta 1 and 2. I also got the Chucky series recently. But yeah, Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2. I will give this criticism, and that is, if we take the disc out, it's one of these cheap piece of shit cases that has holes in it, which they seem to be doing not just with video games nowadays, but movies as well, because Poltergeist has the same problem. It's one of those cheap cases, and look, I'm all for recycling and shit, but don't put holes in the fucking case. It looks fucking stupid, and it doesn't protect as good as a case like this that doesn't have fucking holes in it. So, the first is coming up in 3 days. I gotta buy a gamepad. So I'll do a second review on that. But until then, I can't use this at all. But as to why I got a Wii U instead of fixing... Give me a minute. Instead of fixing this old Wii someone gave me, which I could very easily do, it's because the Wii U is basically a Wii. It plays Wii games. You just gotta get a Wiimote and you gotta get the sensor bar and shit, but it actually plays them better because it goes out through HDMI, not analog. And the guy who gave it to me is like, well, you can also play GameCube games. Well, I've got a GameCube, so I don't need it to do that. So, yeah, I got a Wii U. And what's really funny is United Radio apparently are the people who fixed it. And you can see there's the component number, hardware, black, 32 gig, whatever. The serial number in, serial number out, so apparently they cleaned, tested, and inspected all components, and then just exchanged the unit, because it didn't work. And then they gave me a bunch of shit about the Wii U and recovering my data. I don't give a shit about that, but what's really funny about Nintendo is I sent them a Wii U, they sent me back a different Wii U that actually works. But they also sent me this notice. This notice: to ensure optimal system performance, we recommend using only official licensed products, including the original Nintendo Switch dock model number HAC-007 and the original AC adapter model number HAC-002, or a licensed AC adapter for the official seal on the packaging when charging your system or connecting to a TV or monitor. Only licensed products undergo Nintendo's testing and evaluation process. The warning note is for a Nintendo Switch. I own a GameCube, I own a Wii U, I own a PS2, I own a PS3. Don't own a Switch. I don't know why they sent me paperwork for a Switch, but yeah, I got a Wii U. What's really funny is I got a black Wii U, and the picture on the screen's for a white Wii U. That's cool. I'll do a second review. It's cycling through languages right now. I'll do a second review when I get the gamepad and get this up and running. The problem with that is most of them are in shit condition. There was one I was watching that was $56 in excellent condition, but of course that's sold. So it looks like I'm going to have to pay like $86 fucking dollars. I've already paid like $40 for this, so even then it's not that bad. But, I believe I've mentioned this before, my dad sold all my fucking games and shit, so, the hard part about that is some of the games I had are actually pretty fucking rare. I had Godzilla Monsters Unleashed for the Wii, which was made by Atari, and, yeah, it turns out to buy that game new would cost $100 fucking dollars. Most of the GameCube games I had will cost $100 fucking dollars. I can buy used, but like I said, I don't like buying used unless they're in like new condition. Most of the games I have I bought new. All the PS3 games I bought new. Twisted Metal I bought new. Soul Calibur was new. It was 25 bucks. This Bayonetta 2, which comes with Bayonetta 1, was in like new. Ocarina of Time for GameCube. I've already beaten that, by the way. Like new condition. Metroid Prime. This one actually has the bonus disc. And that was in like new condition. I'm on the final boss on Metroid Prime, by the way, in case you give a shit. Probably sure you don't. And then I got Luigi's Mansion in like new condition, but I'll probably get another copy because I don't know if you noticed, but I don't have any player's choice for a reason. It throws off the fucking thing. One thing I am contemplating for my movie and game collection is to get some sort of like DVD binder just to throw them all in, because more and more often all you can find is a player's choice and the art looks like shit, and this just takes up too much space. I'm at that point where like I don't give a shit about the artwork really. I'm not buying it for the artwork, I'm buying it to watch the movie or play the game. The artwork's cool and all, but I actually bought a replacement case for this one, not realizing it was a printed one. That's why it looks dim as shit, because actually I still have, I believe, somewhere. Let's see, nope. There it is. This is the original one. As you can see, it's not that dim, if it'll focus, but it's a player's choice. So I'll probably get rid of all this, because Bayonetta 2 proves one thing, and that's the case. They're becoming incredibly cheap, and they're not going to protect the discs as well as they can, as opposed to like a PS3 game case where there's no hole in the back. And then there's the problem with these collection boxes, which, you know, they throw off the whole thing. These are being made cheaper and cheaper, and you know, I think I've mentioned this in a previous video. In fact, I'm pretty sure it did. I think I actually threw them out by now, actually. But Sin City came and it was broken because they didn't ship it in the proper case and it broke. They're just being made cheaply like shit. But yeah, this is my collection of games so far. I got Luigi's Mansion, Metroid Prime, Ocarina of Time for the GameCube, Bayonetta 2 for the Wii U, Soul Calibur 2 for the PS2. I'm going to buy it for the GameCube as well. Twisted Metal Black. I suck at that game. I don't know why I bought it, but hey, it's $10, so who gives a fuck? Criticism real quick about this game. Why the fuck did you put Heihachi in it? Out of all the Tekken fighters you could have put in a game about fucking swords and shit, you put a guy who doesn't use swords and just beats the shit out of people with hands. Which is fucking stupid. Link made more sense in the GameCube version. At least he had a fucking sword. Then I got Batman, Arkham Origins, Duke Nukem Forever. I don't regret purchasing it. It's actually a fun game. But the game also fucking sucks. So, I'm used to first-person shooters like Metroid Prime, where if you're moving the controller, the camera moves with the character. Duke Nukem Forever, this is actually my PS3 controller. It's a third party. So this one moves the camera, this one moves the character. Instead of, say, if you were playing Metroid Prime, this moves the character and the camera. Which is pretty much every first-person shooter I've ever dealt with does that. I don't know why that did. I got Injustice, Gods Among Us Ultimate Edition, Lollipop Chainsaw. Lollipop Chainsaw is pretty good, but there's a couple elements of it which fucking suck and make the game kind of eh. Zombie Baseball is the fucking worst. Then I got the Metal Gear Solid Saga up until 5, I believe it is. No, up until 4. It doesn't have 5. That's basically my collection of games. I'll probably start collecting some PS4 games. I'm hoping the PS5 is backwards compatible with these two. Not necessarily because of this. This still works fine. PS3 fucking sucks. I got the Slim, and, well, I can't play Batman for more than an hour and a half because it just overheats and I have to shut it off. And it's a pain in my ass. Unlike GameCube, I can play for hours on end, and PS2 I can play for hours on end. Nintendo consoles usually work very well. And let's go ahead and shut that off. So, that's my collection of games, and this has been about a 10-minute rant, a little over 10 minutes. And, so I'll post another review on this Wii U. And that'll be coming probably next month sometime.